Bo Lokombo's got a hell of a story. Born in Zaire. Did you know that? BC Lions 2014 to 2016. In the NFL in 2017 with the Ravens, Raiders, and 49ers. Back to BC in 2018. 2019 with the Owls. Signed a deal with the Argos in 2020, but of course they didn't play. Had a tremendous CFL sim season with our esports league. And now he's back with the BC Lions, CFL West All-Star in 2015. He joins us on video chat today. Hey, Bo, did I cover it all there?
Yeah, you did great, Rod. You did great.
Okay. I appreciate it. So I got a lot of football questions to get with you as it pertains to Canada, but I'm asking everybody today their take on Super Bowl 55. What was yours?
Oh, man. I'm disappointed. I'm not going to lie. I'm disappointed. I really thought it was going to be a better game. Overall, I bought into the hype of, the old GOAT versus the new GOAT, Jordan versus LeBron James. The whole week, actually, I was looking forward to the Super Bowl. You know what? It was a good Super Bowl. Obviously, Tom Brady is the GOAT. We could have a whole nother conversation about Tom Brady. He just proved it once again. It was an okay game. I thought it was an okay game, but I really was hoping for a closer game.
Well, I want to dig into that a little more. I bought into the hype too. I was expecting a better game, and I'm just happy that my guy Tom won. But were you upset that it wasn't a close game, or were you upset at officiating kind of nullified any chance at the Chiefs for them, or were you disappointed at how Patrick Mahomes wasn't protected or how he looked? I mean, what specifically was disappointing to you?
I mean, Mahomes got pressured, what they said, 29 times, 30 times. At the time they were talking about Mahomes being one of the best passers when it comes to blitzing, that don't blitz him. A few people said that you can't blitz him, but they blitzed him. They got pressure on him. I was just hoping for a closer game. I think that's the biggest thing here. But, obviously the Bucs played a better game. They blew him out. Tom Brady is I'm actually surprised, Rod, you're not wearing a Tom Brady shirt. I know you're a big fan of Tom Brady. And he's just a beast, man. He's a great player.
Well, you've been in the league. So, I was around football guys all weekend. Some guys have played 10 years. And they're like, Brady's in his 21st year? I can't imagine, guys were saying. And you've been in the league. I mean, it's not your average 43-year-old walking around. People think they just pulled a guy at a Walmart that's 43 and put him behind center. Tom is a freak. He's not your average 43-year-old. What do you know about his training regime and the kind of, just his will to win?
Yeah, I mean, he's a disciplined guy. I'm a big fan of Tom Brady simply because of his story. He's a guy that was drafted super late, I think, in the 6th round. He just rose to prominence. He's in the same. He's at an even higher level than LeBron James. He's better than the Joe Montana, in my eyes anyway. He's better than the Joe Montanas out there, the Peyton Mannings. I think his discipline is what keeps him playing for so long. He's just such a tremendous player. Obviously, the guys that he brought in with him, Gronk, who had a great game, Antonio Brown. I'm a big fan of Antonio Brown too. He had a solid game, and then their defense came together. It just seemed like he's one of those guys like LeBron. Like everywhere he goes, he brings greatness, and that's what he brought. He brought the New England way to the Bucs, and now they're in the Super Bowl. They won the Super Bowl.
Yep, taught them how to win for sure, as his coach said after the game. But you know what? Enough about those guys. Your story is amazing. I mentioned that you were born in Zaire, played college at Oregon, but you're classified as a non-import. You went to the CFL draft in 2013 in the 3rd round. And I read your resume. You've been all over the place, but now you're back with the BC Lions and ready to play in 2021. How does it feel to be at home and settled again after moving around quite a bit?
It feels great, man. I think, where I'm at in my career, it's all about stability. I've established a pretty good, stable place here in BC, being raised here in BC. My family's out here in BC. Now I have a family. The most important thing for me is stability, and I'm happy to be back here in BC. I've bounced around a lot, going from team to team. I had a great NFL experience in 2017. But I'm very grateful to be back, and I'm excited to get the 2021 season going.
I got to jump in with some questions from our viewers, if you don't mind, Bo. For one, from our director of scouting, Craig Smith, who incidentally broke in with the BC Lions as well and won a Grey Cup there in 2000. He says, hey, Bo, did you play for Dennis Kelly? And where did it go? Darren, it slipped off the screen.
And how did you get down
to South Eugene Prep? Yeah, so Dennis Kelly and South Eugene Prep. What's the story behind that?
Yeah, so Dennis Kelly was my head coach when I was playing for Moet back in from 26 to 2009. He was a primary coach. He was also the physical education PE teacher at Moet, and he was the one that really taught me the game of football. One of those old coaches that just loves the game, and he was at the time he was one of the best coaches, I think, in my opinion, in BC. Bringing Moet to a couple, a Subway Bowl in BC, and just everything he did for WJ Moet and his philosophy about the game. He made it fun. He taught us how to play together, how to love the game, how to have fun playing the game, and he was just a great coach at the time. And he was funny too, man. He used to always say "dog biscuit." He used to have inside jokes. Every time something would go wrong or he'd be fired up, he'd be like, "Dog biscuit, let's go, guys. We need to win. Dog biscuit." That was his mantra, his saying. And he just kept the energy light, and we loved it.
From Dan Ukrainitz, watching on Facebook, he says, Bo, how was your brother Nelson's experience at the virtual Shrine game? Hoping for big things from him. Go Huskies.
Yeah, go Huskies. I'm excited for him, but I don't know if I answered the last question, how I ended up in South Eugene. Yeah. Just long story short, I basically what happened was I had family in Eugene, and I was going to a lot of like Nike camps, stuff like that, like across the border. So I started going to Nike camps and, Rivals.com, Scout.com. And I was I was performing well. There was a bunch of scouts there. Long story short, they ended up seeing one of my camps. I think I had like 3 interceptions. I was playing receiver at the time and just like killing all the American players there. And one of the coach at Oregon State saw me and gave me a scholarship at the time. And then it just trickled. It became a domino effect. I got a scholarship from Oregon and all the Pac-12 teams, and it was great. It was wonderful, great experience. And as far as my brother, I'm just excited for him. He's coming into, he's preparing for the CFL draft. He's training right now. He went back to Saskatchewan. When he was up here in BC, we were training quite a bit. 4 times a week, doing speed work, staying in shape, stuff like that. Due to the pandemic, there wasn't really much gyms open at the time, and so we started training together. And yeah, I'm excited for him, man. I think he's like up there in one of the top prospects in the 2021 CFL draft. So I'm excited. We'll see how he goes and where he lands.
It's funny. Selfishly, I could ask all the questions here, but the viewers really want to get at you. So it makes my job easy. I'll just ask you their questions. So Paul Totsky says, how do you feel about the Argos direction? So that's one. You signed with them in 2020, never played a game, and you're back with BC. And Lauren Smith in Kamloops, BC says, Bo, have the Lions indicated how they want to use you this year? So let's just split those. The Argos, you're not with them anymore, but it's pretty hard to miss what they're doing under Pinball and Murph and Ryan Dinwiddie. So what do you think about the Boatmen in 2021?
Yeah, I think they're putting together a pretty solid roster. At the time they wanted me to come in to play safety for them. They were looking to put some good players on defense. And I think, now that they got a bunch of guys from, I think they signed a few guys from the NFL. Bryant, I forgot his name. I'm not sure if I'm saying his name.
Martavis Bryant. Yeah.
They signed him. They brought in a couple, D-line, couple solid players on offense. I think they're gonna be a team to look out for. They've struggled in the past before, but they're coming in strong. And we'll see how that goes. It's unfortunate I wasn't able to play for that organization due to COVID, but we'll see how that happens. And what was the question number 2?
The question, and it was about the Lions and how they plan to use you this year. And you answer that, please, and then I got another one for you on the Lions. What's your role going to be?
Yeah, I'll probably play Will linebacker. Probably start at Will linebacker. Maybe I'll have some packages playing safety. Personally, I'm fine with either or. I'm good with playing Will. I've gained some weight, over the off season. So just training to come back to play well.
Your Wikipedia says 6'2", 231. That's
but I'm lean 6'3", 6'2", 230. I'm lean.
Okay. I just want to. That's Larry Fitzgerald dimensions, and I've been around Larry. He's like a fridge. Like, that's thick. 231. I know you're not a wide receiver. That's pretty good size for a will linebacker for sure. And so, speaking of that, you went to high school at Abbotsford. We've had Lamar Durant on the show here. He's a Lower Mainland guy. Suk Chung. It almost seems like they're going out of their way for local guys on the Lions, and I love that. Is that a direction they're going, and how do you think that's going to help bring people to BC Place?
I mean, tremendously. I think a lot of people are going to be interested in coming to watch the game. You know, in the past, we've had some, issues with attendance. You know, I think just in Vancouver, period, there's so much to do. You know, they have the NHL, they have the Vancouver Canucks, they have the Whitecaps, and sometimes, we're kind of in the back front of that. And, it's kind of rightfully so because we haven't been, the BC Lions organization haven't been in that top tier organization, so bringing guys like myself, Lamar Durant, and those guys, I played against Lamar Durant in high school, and, maybe my brother being drafted by the Lions, who knows? It just brings the community together. It's good for the economy in BC, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see how it turns out.
Well, when you did play for the Lions back in the day, how many family members would you bring out to a game?
I try to bring 20, 25, 30. I have a pretty big family, so as many family as I can.
That's what I think, though. That is, if they could have enough Vancouver area guys, you could fill that whole lower bowl with family, which I think the Argos are doing, too, with Nate Ajay and Dejan Brissett, and there's a ton of guys from out there. And I guess your thoughts on the CFL, as much as you know, Bo, about playing in 2021. What have you heard? What are you looking forward to? What do you know?
I mean, I've heard that if, everything going well, I heard that the season may start a little bit behind, maybe end of June kind of thing, June, July. I'm not, don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. But they're pushing hard to get the season going, and, the season we have to have a season this year. And I'm looking forward to it. Personally, as a player, I'm training, getting ready for a good 2021 season. We'll see how everything goes.
What else have you been doing with your time?
I bought a house out here in BC, so I've been kind of, changing things around. My girlfriend is pregnant. We're expecting our second child. Play a lot with my son. We do a lot of outdoor stuff. I'm trying to get him into basketball and just sports in general. So I spend a lot of time with my son and staying low, man, playing video games and just staying away from trouble.
You will cherish this time. And I thought I heard a little one running around there. So obviously you haven't had a lot of time to yourself. Viewer Greg Klevgard says local players gives a team more spirit and energy. And for sure there is. Well, we do have a standing invitation from your general manager, Neil McAvoy, right, to come out to a game, walk the concourse at BC Place. I'd like to do a live show there the day of the home opener. So here's hoping it all happens, Bo. I appreciate you coming on and the support. Anything else you want to drop before we let you go?
Hey, Rod, I'm a big fan of your show. And also, I was going to say about your story about the mailman. He probably was having a conversation with you because he was cold. You know what I'm saying? He was negative. He wanted to come in. He didn't want to talk to you. He just wanted to come in because he was cold.
Oh, dumb dog. Now I got to go chase him down.
He was just fishing for an invite inside.
How dumb am I? Oh, yeah. Well, I'll probably see him tomorrow, Bo. I'll bring him in tomorrow. All right. Thank you.
All right, man.
Thanks for watching. Boseko Lokombo. And for those that missed it, my mailman started up a conversation today. It was minus 46 outside. I'm like, dude, any other day. But I engaged him. He was looking for an invite.
He just keeps, turning the wheel of the conversation. He's really not going to invite me in, is he?
Clearly.
Maybe a cup of coffee, huh?
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.